Hello, everybody. Today's read aloud is called Be a Friend to Trees by Patricia Lauber, illustrated by Holly Keller. Be a friend to trees. I love trees. How about you? Be a friend to trees. Trees are nice. They're nice to look at, nice to have around. Got him reading under a tree. I bet she loves the tree because she can swing from it. Trees are also useful. Both people and animals need trees of all kinds, sizes, and shapes. There's some different trees on here. We have a gray birch, some eastern white pine, there's a sugar maple, and a shagbark hickory. Everything that is made of wood was once part of a tree. Look around you. How many wooden things do you see? Make a list. Don't forget to count your pencil and maybe your house. My pencil is made of wood. Let's take a look. This table is made of wood. That door is made of wood. The railing is made of wood. Wow, there's a lot of wood in this house. That means a lot of things were made from trees. Did you know paper also comes from trees? Wood is chopped into small pieces, mixed with chemicals and heated. The wood softens and becomes pulp, which is used to make paper and cardboard. Writing paper, books, newspaper, magazines, paper towels, cereal boxes, milk cartons, and many other things. Make a list of everything you see that is paper or cardboard. Don't forget the paper that you're writing on. Some trees can be tapped for their sap. Sap from different trees is used to make maple syrup, chewing gum, soap, paint thinner, and rubber. Wow, look at all those trees. Trees are green plants, and so they make their own food. Green plants are the only living things that can do this. Other living things depend on green plants for food. Some eat parts of plants. Some eat the plant eaters, and some eat both. You eat parts of trees known as fruits and nuts. Apples, oranges, pears, cherries, peaches, walnuts, almonds, pecans, hazelnuts, and lots others. Chocolate also comes from a tree. It's made from the seed of cacao tree. Many animals eat parts of trees. Caterpillars eat leaves. So do deer. And so do koalas. So do giraffes and elephants. Porcupines eat the inner bark of trees, as well as the buds and the twigs. Squirrels and chipmunks gather nuts to eat. And bees find food in the flowers of trees. They collect the pollen and the sugary liquid called nectar. Birds eat seeds and fruits from trees. And those are only a few of the animals that find their food in a tree. Wow, a lot of animals depend on trees. Many animals make their homes in trees. Birds roost in trees. They build nests and raise their young in a tree. Birdie. Oh, another kind of nest there. Monkeys live in trees. Some tree frogs spend their whole lives in trees without ever coming down. Honeybees make hives in tree hollows. Many other insects also live in trees, and so do small creatures like spiders. Deer can find shelter beneath trees of forests and woodlands. They find a safe place to hide their young, the baby and the mama, they're underneath that tree. The roots of trees will hold soil in place. They keep it from washing away in heavy rains or floods of water from melting snow. When the soil is held in place, water sinks into it and is stored in the ground. Many people depend on the water that is stored underground. They draw it to the surface using wells. Trees can do something else that's very important. It has to do with the air we breathe. Air is made of gases, and one of the gases is oxygen. It's the gas that our bodies need. It's the gas that all animals need. Each time we breathe, we take oxygen out of the air, but the supply is never used up. And the reason is that trees and other green plants keep putting oxygen into the air. They give off oxygen as they make their food. Trees make their food in their leaves. The leaves can be broad, like the ones of a maple. They could be narrow and pointed, or needle-shaped leaves you see on a fir or a pine tree. All of these green leaves do the same work. They make food for the tree. To make food, leaves use water, which they take from the ground. They also use gas called carbon dioxide, which they take from the air. And they use sunlight as energy. With energy from the sun, green leaves put the water and carbon dioxide together. They make a kind of sugar. The making of food by plants is called photosynthesis. Can you say that with me? Photosynthesis. It's a word that means putting together with light. Photosynthesis. Leaves get water from the soil. Carbon dioxide comes from the air. And leaves use sunlight for energy. Trees need food just to stay alive. They also need food for growth, to make new wood. Leaves, twigs, fruits, and nuts. Some of the tree's food is used right away, and some is stored for future use. While making food, leaves also make oxygen that they don't need. They get rid of it by putting it into the air. Much of the oxygen that people and animals need comes from trees. Without them, we might not be here at all. So trees are more than nice. There's something we cannot live without. And that is why everyone should be a friend to trees. At the end, we have some ideas of how to be friends to trees. There's a lot of things you can do to be a friend to trees. Here are a few. See how many you can think of. Using less paper is a great way to save trees. If you can, use a rag or a sponge or a dish towel instead of a paper towel. You can take along a paper bag when you go to the market. Most bags can be used over again. No one needs a new bag every time. Better yet, take your own net or a canvas bag to the market, and then you won't need the store bag at all. If you buy something small, you don't need a bag. You can say, no thanks. Do you usually write on only one side of a paper? Don't throw it out. Instead, use the other side, or scrap paper. Recycling paper is another way to be a friend. When paper is recycled, it's shredded, mashed, washed, and made into paper again. Then we need to use less new paper. That means fewer trees must be cut. Suppose all the people in the United States recycled their Sunday newspapers. That would save 500,000 trees a week. Does your family recycle? Do you help? Then there's something else you can do if you have the chance. Plant a tree. The